Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Adriane, your quantum love coach, greeting you from beautiful Bali. And I record this evening a very special Christmas related YouTube video with the title Single and Alone This Christmas. Yeah, single, alone. That sounds really like, in some people's mind, a little bit like, ooh, this is not nice. This is a bit of disaster zone. How can we change this? How can we possibly fill the space with lots and lots and lots of things to do so that we forget that this is really what it is? And of course, many have, family and extended family and friends. And depending your culture, you might find that there are some interesting things happening, in your circle of influence that will make it super special for you and very entertaining and very, fulfilling to be around. But I want to speak about a different aspect, that deeper layer, that awareness of, how could it be if we would be with someone who loves us? How would we feel if this Christmas would not be a Christmas as being single and alone? And how can we possibly do something that is different to what other people do? And I guess what I want to emphasize and to really encourage here in this video is the possibility and the opportunity to make this a very special Christmas with a lot of conscious approach to the fact that it is a Christmas. You have all the freedom and all the opportunity to just choose what is absolutely right for you. And I want to start with the physical realm, because the physical realm is usually the one we feel the most, affected by. There's aloneness, there's not being around someone we love, or there may be not with family, or so that aloneness can be actually something we can very consciously fill with very important people. And when I say important people, then we can choose consciously these kind of moments where we want to meet and be in association and in company with someone, and what time we actually want to spend alone. And I think the aloneness can be an incredible powerhouse. I have spoken with people here in Bali who say very consciously they're close by around the 22nd December, which is actually today, their door, and will not come out of the house or out of their temple or out of their, their beach hut before at least 28th or 29th of December. So having a whole week of being really silent and meditating and doing things just to nurture the soul and being really in happy space with oneself can be an incredible decision. But there are also people who choose, hopefully very consciously, the company of those who absolutely nourish them. And my invitation is that when you do choose on a physical level to not be alone, then do it in a very harmonious and very nurturing level. Really think twice whether the persons you choose to have this time with are people you really would want to call those who give you the extra special, energetic support you feel you deserve and desire in this very time. On an emotional level, there's this wonderful thing of really reaching out to those we love. And isn't it amazing? We have, social media, we have our WhatsApp accounts, we have email, we have telephones, we have video, we have, so many devices we can use nowadays for making wonderful connection. And I think, being the initiator of reaching out first before we actually think that someone else needs to come and tell us how loved and how supported we are, make an effort and do it early. I think as early you do it, the better. You know, why waiting till Christmas Day when actually the Christmas energy and the Christmas atmosphere can be heightened in your very own soul and heart, particularly when you spend a lot of time alone and not in company with someone you deeply love as your partner. Then it's wonderful when you actually fill your emotional bank account early enough in giving, you know, the support to those who, whether they need it more or not, you know, but sharing your compassion and your unconditional love with those who are all over the world, you know, thinking about you, and then feeding your soul with that energy that carries you through these next 2 days that can be, you know, for some of us or for some of you, in some way not the way we want it to be. And now let's look at the spiritual level, because I think this is the most powerful part, that we can, wherever we are in the world, really choose very wisely accordingly to our traditions, to our, you know, faith, to our spiritual, you know, belongings and practices. We can choose very, very powerful events and even self-created events that hold really, really a special energy for what we want to extra develop at this end of 2019. You know, why not having a very conscious approach to sitting in a particular, you know, meditation or in a particular ritual or something we find, you know, or create or self-create, in the sense that we really, really make time for, you know, the candlelight and the flowers and the Christmas tree, even if you don't share the tree, even if it's a little tree, something that, you know, is green and carries the glitter and the lights, the fairy lights that make us feel joyous and happy. And play music, let the auditory and the sensual being filled with that love. And if there's sadness, if there's emotion that fills the spiritual space, then it is a very, very, very powerful opportunity to see this Christmas as a healing, as a transformation, and as an arrival in the newfound place. Because latest on the 26th, when we have the wonderful you know, new moon that comes with an eclipse this year, then we open up to this possibility of renewal and finding something in us that we haven't discovered yet. And maybe the answers come, the inspirations come, and the messages come we have prayed for. So I hope this inspires you. I just thought I'd reach out to all those who share the same, you know, status quo with me this year. Your quantum love coach, I actually really feel that the quantum energy is feeding my soul particularly strong at this time of my life. And I can just speak from, you know, this knowing that this 5th, 6th, and 7th dimensional energy is so potent and so filled with so much goodness and so much, you know, potency for greater evolution, for greater consciousness, and for greater life on this planet Earth. So thank you. I wish you the most wonderful, loving, nurturing, and transformational Christmas you possibly can hope and wish for. And I see you next week when we have the wonderful 26th December and new moon for another reading and for another message to come. I wish you all the best and love you with all my heart. Namaste. Thank you.